difference between us is that I can feel pain.
Sounds like a real boogeyman. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
Not to mention the fact that you're talking to a dead guy.
There's someone else in the hotel with us. There's a crazy woman in one of the rooms.
It's got a death curse.
This isn't science. It's more like black magic.
Their specimen has been processed, and we are now ready to begin the test proper.
Hello, my Nato friends, and welcome to another edition of Pumpkin Hill Radio. This is a very special Christmas, December Ween type episode. This is Pumpkin Hill Radio, of course. I'm your host, Travis Wormwood. Got a special guest for the second time in just a few weeks here, Max, and co-host Dawson Trailer, as always. Every week on Pumpkin Hill Radio, we dig into esoteric topics, paranormal mysteries, and high strangeness of the highest order, as I say. So, we'll come along for that journey. We're doing a back-to-back episode. We just got done doing the Saturn worship one, so I'm still kind of ringing from that one. But got some more natural, just more like creepy paranormal stuff going on here, like little creatures, cryptids here. We haven't done a cryptid episode in a while, so I wanted to bring something called the Black Flash to everybody's attention. And then after that, or before that, I have a whole bunch of little Christmas critters I want to get into. This old Christmas type stuff. From the Yule lads to something called the Yule spider, apparently. We're going to learn about that one together.
Yeah, what?
Before we do any of that, though, I just want to say welcome to the Cult of the Star Mother. You have entered the cult by listening. So welcome. We're on video now, so check out the video. Hello to those people there. Say what's up in the comments if you want to do that. Tell your friends about Pumpkin Hill Radio and rate us 5 stars wherever you can. And send us your stories to pumpkinhillradio@gmail.com for any of your paranormal stuff or just questions. And then support our Patreon, patreon.com/pumpkinhillradio. How you guys doing?
Good.
Excellent. Ready to...
I didn't know there was such thing as Christmas critters.
Yeah, ready to get
like
into that.
I thought Christmas critters were like reindeers and...
Yeah, we got a list of Yule,
stuff like that.
Yule time madness that we're going to get
Elves.
into just to bring in the Christmas stuff. Let's maybe talk about something like that first. We'll bring one in first.
Yeah, I mean, you said the Yule spider, and I can't stop thinking about that.
I just have this book I'm reading from called Yule by Robin Ginther Veneri. It's a really nice book to have on the coffee table every Christmas for me now. The Christmas Spider. There's more than one story, so you can choose your favorite here. Version 1. A poor but hardworking widow once lived in a small hut with her children. One summer day, a pine cone fell on the earthen floor of the hut and took root. The widow's children cared for the tree, excited as the prospect of having a Christmas tree by winter. The tree grew, but when the Christmas Eve arrived, they could not afford to decorate it. The children sadly went to bed and fell asleep. Early the following day, they woke up and saw the tree covered with cobwebs. When they opened the windows, the first rays of sunlight touched the webs, turning them into gold and silver. The widow and her children were overjoyed. From then on, they had never lived in poverty again. So for a second there, I thought when they said widow, I thought it was a spider.
Yeah, well, I was putting that together too. I was like, so like a black widow?
Yeah. No, it was.
No, but
the
widow is a human woman.
Yeah, this was a human. They just went to. So their tree got covered in spider webs, which it seems, if we're to take it literally, then it became gold and silver because they never lived in poverty again.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
What a wonderful
I like
idea.
that.
Yeah.
It's a great Christmas present.
Yeah, let's read.
That's the tinsel, right? Then on your Christmas tree, that's what that is.
Maybe. Yeah.
That gold,
I'm
gold
assuming.
and silver tinsel.
That's what that comes from.
I'm sure it is. I don't actually know where exactly these come from, but
I like that though.
Version 2. I'll just read 2 of the versions. A long time ago, a mother was cleaning for Christmas. Spiders fled up to the attic to escape the broom. The spiders slowly came down for a peek on a quiet Christmas Eve. Oh, what a beautiful tree! In excitement, they scurried up and out along each branch. They were filled with happiness as they climbed along the glittering web. When Santa came with gifts for the children and saw the tree covered with spider webs, oh, this is nice. He smiled, because he saw how happy the spiders were. But he knew how heartbroken the mother would be if she saw it covered in dusty webs. So he turned the webs into strands of silver. So in this one, Santa does it.
I like
That's
that.
interesting. We talked about Santa, I guess, a little earlier in this. Whatever.
Some Santa magic.
We talked about some Santa and we talked about like again like that old Christmas stuff and how Santa is like a depiction of what is called like a wild man, which goes back to even like Merlin was a wild man. There's these
wizards.
These wizard priests basically that can handle both that are have a hand in like Christian magic basically, and then like old pagan stuff.
Okay.
Right. And then we just talked about like Merlin just like getting shape-shifting powers at some point in there, right? But so
That's how Santa gets through the chimney.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah, really, it
Yeah.
just seems like I think like if any of like those wild men stories are to be believed, it seems like there is a bit of magic there. Like I don't know, there's some weird stuff, but same with the fairy circles, right? What
Yeah.
the hell was that about? Well, I got more stuff. I have something. I really want to read the Yule lads. I believe there's like 12 or so Yule lads that all do a different thing on crit. Let's see.
The
Okay.
Yule lads?
You heard of that?
No.
Let's see.
Man, I'm not brushed up on my Christmas.
Okay,
lore.
let's get the Yule lads out of the way up top. Let's bring the Christmas spirit, and then we'll bring it home with the Black Flash entity. Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So Icelandic folklore. This is where that's from. This is basically each lad is a child possibly of this Yule like witch or this like Christmas witch.
Okay.
I believe his name is Grayla, maybe
Maybe the
something
Christmas
like that.
witch.
But we have these Yule lads, right? Every night starting from December 12th, one Yule lad will visit every home, placing a toy or piece of candy into the shoe of children there, and leave on the windowsill or leave it on the windowsills. That is as long as you are well behaved, you know. They also do weird shit. So let's just talk about it. They each have a day. So this kind of goes back to how like on each there was like the 12 days of Christmas rather than just one, you know.
Yeah.
We have Stag Gestur, or Sheepcoat Clod. Okay, the first Yule lad on December 12th, Sheepcoat Clod, comes to town on December 12th. He tries to suckle the. Oh God.
Oh, cool. Finish it.
He tries to suckle the ewes in the farmer's sheep sheds, which were hard for him since his legs were stiff as wood. So he tries. This guy comes on the 12th, and if you have any sheep, he sucks on the sheep tits.
Nice.
Naturally.
Whoa.
Every
The
time
wood
it's down to one.
with wood legs. The wood-legged man.
And also,
comes
these
and
are
suck
like
on-
obviously they're not
suck
like
on my sheep.
humans. Like these are like gnomes.
Oh, these are like little monsters.
I believe these would be like gnomes. Yeah.
Okay,
These would be
okay,
like-
okay. That makes more
'Cause
sense.
this
terrifying.
These are like just some
Yeah.
guys out
These
there.
are like fairy type creatures, right?
Okay, I see.
December 13th, we have Gil Jaguar, right? Or Gullygawk. Next in line is Gullygawk. He gets his name because he likes to hide in gullies and sneak into the barn to slurp the foam off the fresh milk when the farmer looks
These
away.
guys are milk.
So
Love
if you
that.
have any fresh milk,
Delicious, yeah.
watch out on December 13th for Gullygawk.
Skip it that day.
December 14th, we have Stuffer, or his name is Stubby. Stubby is the smallest of his brothers and uses his vertical challenge stature to hide and snatch bits of food left over from the frying pan.
Oh.
That's why he's also sometimes called Pan Scraper. These guys have it good.
This is, I love this bunch so far. These ragtag.
So these guys
team.
are. Watch your frying pans on December 14th. If there's any crumbs left, Stuffer's going to come in and get them, which seems fine.
I like that.
Good.
Dude, I'm a
He's like-
super fan.
That's what he's doing.
Stubby's my boy.
December 15th, we have Provost Liqueur, or Spoon Liquor.
Nice.
Spoon Liquor likes to sneak into houses and lick wooden spoons used to scrape pots and pans.
Mm.
Another.
He cleans the
Nice.
spoon. I like that. Okay.
Unfortunately, his poor diet has led to malnutrition and a gaunt appearance.
Oh, so he's a fat, little fatty.
No, he's very skinny.
Oh, you're really skinny.
Yeah, he
okay.
doesn't have any.
Oh, because he only gets the spoon.
It seems like he only eats off of a spoon, like the bits off of it, the dried bits off
Oh
of it.
no.
It's the saddest. Why he's associated with Christmas is so bizarre. December 16th, we have Pot Six Phil, or Pot Scraper. Pot Scraper likes to sneak into the houses, much like his brothers, and snatch away pots that have not been washed,
Uh-oh.
so he can lick the food remains from the inside of the pots.
Nice.
That's him.
He's just cleaning dishes.
Like all of
Yeah,
these
the
guys seem
dishes
to
on
just
the
be like
16th.
eating food off of.
He's coming,
Yeah,
getting,
but-
sneaking some snacks.
Yeah.
December 17th, getting pretty close to Christmas now.
Right.
We have Askalickir, or Bull Liquor.
Okay.
You guess what he does.
Oh.
In the past, Iceland, they used to eat from wooden bowls and with hinged lids that sometimes kept under their bed for a midnight snack, right?
Oh.
Bowl liquor likes to
idea.
hide under the bed, and when someone puts their bowl on the floor, he'll grab it and lick it clean.
Ooh.
Which I feel like I
Bowl
still put
liquor.
my cups on the floor sometimes if I'm like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
drinking water at midnight.
These guys sound like mice.
Yeah, I usually keep like a bowl. I keep like a bowl of cereal
Could
under,
very
under
well
my
be
bed.
mice.
Yeah.
December 18th, we have Hysteria, or a door slammer. This guy seems a little scarier. On December 18th, door slammer arrives. He likes to make a lot of noise, and his favorite activity is slamming doors. Okay, making sure nobody gets
Sounds like a
good night's
ghost.
sleep.
Okay.
So this guy's more of an apparition. So yeah, it seems like he's like fully like getting in there.
Sounds bad.
December 19th, we have Sky Gamor, or Skier Gobbler. Skier Gobbler makes his way down from the mountains on the 19th. He's obsessed with skier, which is that's like yogurt.
It's like a Icelandic like version of Greek
Greek,
yogurt.
it's pretty
It's
good.
really good. It's really
Nice.
high in protein and lower in fat than Greek yogurt.
Well,
Yeah. He'll sneak in and
Shut down.
I get
love
it.
that shit.
he'll sneak in and eat it until
Love it too.
he'll start howling once he eats enough of it.
Ooh.
He says. So that sounds maybe
So
ghostly as
scary.
well,
It's a
right?
little ghostly.
Yeah.
Ooh.
December
I wouldn't want
20th,
that either.
we have Bjugnikir. That's sausage swiper.
Nah. Whoa.
Okay. December 20th marks the appearance of the sausage swiper. As you might have
Whoa.
guessed from his name, he's a big fan of sausages and will sit up in the rafters waiting for the perfect opportunity to snatch a few.
Trying to take my sausage?
So yeah, he's more. It
Dang.
sounds like he's hiding up high too. December 21st,
Okay.
we're getting real close now, because they don't have one on the 25th. Okay, this is leading up to before. These are like Santa's buddies.
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
like. Sounds like this
Guys,
is
Getting
Santa's
ready.
cool crew.
Just getting ready.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the big guy.
Setting the stage.
December
for the big
21st,
guy.
we got a Glugagir, our window peepers. This guy's a nasty guy.
Oh.
I like
Um,
that.
He's not as greedy as some because he's not trying to eat the scraps,
He
but he does. He'll just look through your windows and search
that's
for something to
terrifying.
steal.
Yeah, that's horrible.
He's just looking for something to steal.
Oh, okay.
Just
He's just
anything.
casing the joint.
It's just yeah.
That is just some guy. The rest are like fairies or mice. This is just
some
some
guy that
dude.
comes and looks in your window.
Just weighing his options.
December 22nd, we have Gadapifir, who is the doorway sniffer. All right. Door sniffer comes to town on December 22nd. You can spot him from miles away due to his huge nose.
Miles?
Wow.
The smell of traditional Icelandic leaf bread attracts him to your doorway. When you're not looking, he'll attempt to steal some.
Oh.
So if he's got a big nose, sounds like he's just still trying to steal from you.
Yeah.
Okay.
They all just start trying to steal your food.
Yeah,
Stealing something. Trying to
December
get something.
23rd, on the two left, we have Cat Croaker, or Meat Hook. All right.
Oh.
Second to last is Meat Hook. He arrives on December 23rd. He loves meat. All right. He'll climb up your roof and lower a long hook through the chimney to try to
Okay.
snag a smoked leg of lamb hanging from the
no.
rafters or a piece of smoked lamb from the pot.
The
So this
Christmas-
actually,
the Christmas lamb.
well, that's really scary. Like a huge meat hook coming down your chimney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually really scary. In the Krampus movie that I like so much, the 2015 Krampus movie,
Yeah.
they do at some point. I guess maybe these guys are featured in there. There's a bunch of little dudes
Okay, yeah.
that come in to break into the house, and one of them
Buggers.
comes down on a meat hook. They're a lot
I mean-
scarier in that movie, or just as scary. Maybe it's the right amount of frightening.
Yeah,
This
it
guy's
does
just
seem
this
a little
guy's name
scary.
is just Meat Hook.
Meat Hook is a little scary.
And then December 24th, right before Santa comes, we have Kurtzka Skirtsner, the Candle Beggar. He arrives on Christmas Eve. In the old days, candles were the brightest lights available to people in Iceland and were made of tallow, which Iceland children longed to have for their very own candle on Christmas. Candle Beggar just wants a candle to have his own. Oh, to take a bite out of.
I can imagine.
So he just wants to eat it though too. He still just wants to eat it. After Christmas, the Yule lads returned
Some
to the
beef
mountain
fat.
home one by one in the same order they arrived, till the last one, Candle Beggar again, who leaves on the last day of Christmas, January 6th. What?
Oh yeah, no. It's not Christmas. It's like there's a name for that. Sorry. It's like a Orthodox Christian thing. It's like it's not celebration. It's like a.
Some water in it.
Well, I'm choking on water.
We do have something called the Yule Cat.
Okay.
If we're interested.
Yeah.
That's another one of these guys. I think again, just like these little dudes who are the
Mischief.
sons of a witch. I think this is the cat of that same witch. Okay.
Oh shit.
So traditionally the Yule lads were okay, wait, that's more on the Yule lads. According to the Yule Cat story, Icelandic kids are told that the Yule Cat will snatch and eat the children who don't get new clothing for Christmas. Okay? The cat would show up early on Christmas morning or the night after Christmas and eat the children. And
Yikes.
It's a bad way.
I don't know, I guess that's why everybody gets like at least a pair of socks for Christmas, right?
Okay. Fend off that
It's like
Oh,
basically, I
that's-
think this one specifically is like basically a proverb for like frostbite, and like
Mm.
in the winter, if you don't have any clothes, you're just gonna get like eaten
Yeah.
by this Yule cat, right?
And, yeah.
I think that's basically where
get
that
you.
comes from. I'd like to think it's still a little more magical though, but who knows?
The holiday. I looked up the holiday. It's Epiphany.
If it was that January 6th?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh wow!
That's
so
like
yeah,
that's
so we
like
still have this like yeah,
the
there
true
are still these-
Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah, we have these. Yeah.
I just know that because I worked with a guy who's from Serbia and he celebrated that with his family.
Dang.
Okay.
I'm
Huh.
like at the bakery.
Through the 6th, or was
Yeah,
it just on the 6th?
It's
It was
from
like
the-
every day of like Christmas basically.
It's
and
all
then-
the days. It's literally like it says 12, but then it's kind of 24 because it's 12 dudes coming in,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's
Yeah.
Santa, and then it's the 12 dudes leaving. So it's like 25 days.
Yeah.
like 25 days of Christmas.
It's
It's
like
like a month.
Yeah. That's like the last like.
it is in like that coldest part of the month, so you kind of need
Yeah.
like
You need
or
something
like
every
the
day.
year. So it's like yeah,
So
if you're
there's
not,
like something
who's
that
gonna
we'd make at the bakery that was like for Epiphany.
There's no hope. I see. There's no
I
hope.
need something every day. to look
Yeah,
forward
sweet
to.
treat at least one sweet treat. a
They
day.
make that. The
Yeah.
bakery does.
Yeah, there's something
Yeah.
they made. I forgot
Yeah.
what it was, but people would like get it like, do you make these for Epiphany?
Hmm.
Sam would know better than me. I don't remember anything anymore.
Huh. All right. Well, that's enough of this nonsense.
Yeah,
We'll
good
get
book.
back into it
I like
later. Yeah,
those.
yeah.
Those are nice
that's-
stories.
you know, and I'm feeling more jolly.
yeah.
And I'll make sure to leave out some like dirty spoons or something. I don't know. It seems like they need help.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just
And
hungry.
they're gonna find one either
Hungry
way.
guys.
And yeah. Huh. Some of them like
That's like you leave a cup of milk out.
Yeah, Santa takes the milk
Yeah.
and cookies. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
They all come in
that,
tastes.
there's the old Christmas tradition of doing that back in like Norse times, where it was like bread and like beer or bread and milk,
Mhm.
and it was because like just like how in like Halloween the veil is thin, like it's another one of those days
Mhm.
where it's like they would think that like your ancestors would come through and have it.
Yeah.
So,
There's a Japanese tradition of
Mm-hmm.
you like leave like like a serving of like rice or something
Mhm.
for the ancestors.
Yeah.
You like just give it like throw it away basically, but it's like
it's
Nice.
yeah,
just leave that in the pot for them in case they need it, you know, while
Yeah.
you like eat.
that's nice.
There's
Well, it's
something
like
to
in
it,
that
yeah.
in the new kind of Christmas tradition stuff is like. It's like taking out all like sadness or like or like all this
Yeah.
kind of like weird like scary stuff, but like it's like based on all these like
Oh yeah.
there's like that Christmas like ghost and shit. Like it's like
Yeah.
baked into it where it's like supposed to be this
Ghost
time
of
of this
Christmas
like
past.
yeah. It was like and
present,
I know
future.
it's then like especially in like Irish culture I think it is they it's like celebrated if you die like near the Christmas holiday because you're like so close to like the gates
Yeah.
already basically. And then they did this thing called like I think it's called like death weeding or something like that. And that was where, especially on Christmas around like those holidays, they would people around somebody that was like currently dying. Basically, those people would look for like signs, like basically signs from God or whatever it would be, that would tell them that like they would look for signs like, or okay, it would be when the person dies, the person would then go back and think about signs that they might have seen before or during the death, basically.
Okay.
Mm.
And that would train you for like when to look for future deaths.
Okay.
Like you would look for
Oh,
those kind
yeah.
of signs
Mhm.
before somebody dies. Then,
Mhm.
and that like that gets tied into more Christmas stuff with like you could that becomes more of a powerful thing that happens on Christmas too. But
Okay. Yeah.
that like death weeding I thought was so interesting on its own.
That's super
Yeah.
interesting.
Like looking for that's like
That's some ancient stuff. To be
yeah
doing.
it's like
Like what's happening when right before people die?
yeah you know,
Whatever
like,
that is means someone's gonna die. I see certain things like
like it's almost always just somebody getting like their head cut off.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
It's
like,
like- yeah.
like, almost every time they get their head, or like you know like it must have been a lot of illnesses back then too.
Oh,
where they're
yeah.
like this
Well, they got,
person's
like, they
coughing for days. Like I
gotta
guess that's one of the
scrape.
I
signs.
guess it was a sign that
They
were
scrape their
coughing
knee.
up blood for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's died from
The blood
infection.
coming out of them is a sign they're going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like that's like a really simple idea and like funny, but I feel like there's like a more nuanced like version of that where it's like
Mhm.
sort of like more mystical almost, and like you're looking for like signs outside of the person. Like
Yeah.
you know you're like talking about like seeing like a crow outside like every day for a week and then somebody dies and now every time you see that, or like
Yeah.
I think it'd be folded into more of like the natural world, right? It would be
Yeah.
funny if it's like yeah every time they get their heads cut off they keep on fucking dying.
Yeah.
Fucking, we're getting good at this though. We know exactly when they're gonna die.
Yeah.
As long as their heads are fucking. Right, but it'd be like seeing like something out in nature, and I think around Christmas time when the veil's thin, or like around like Halloween time, Day of the Dead kind of stuff. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
these signs are more prevalent and easier to see.
See a shooting
Yeah.
star.
Yeah.
Some like auroras or something, you know. See like a, I don't know, crows were a good one.
Yeah,
Maybe
pick a
like
good one.
a certain type of butterfly or something.
Yeah, well, it could be
White, like a white rhino.
Keep
Wait,
going.
wait, when should I stop you? Because I like these examples, but I feel like
Well, I'm
the
just throwing
listener-
some ideas out there. I don't know. Keep an eye out.
Yeah, like
It's gonna all mean someone's gonna die soon.
But you're right. It is good to take note of possible things. So when you see them, you are like you can at least acknowledge it, right?
Yeah.
That's funny. Start listing anything as a sign.
So there's some stuff that exists.
That's good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Let's take a 1 foot out of the fairy ring in Christmas. So
Yeah.
we can only see some of the fairies, right? At this
Mhm.
point. I want to talk something about called the Black Flash. This is like kind of a underknown cryptid type thing. Ties into some of our like void work type stuff, like shadow people type stuff. Let's talk about it. This is also something I just called Provincetown's Weird Years.
Okay.
This is 1939, right?
Okay.
Good year.
So basically, a lot of people just so like there's some reports of like the Black Flash being a hoax, and there's other reports of like the police like setting up like full like investigation teams like back then and like
Okay.
searching the streets with like riot fucking
Really looking
bats
for
and
it?
shit and like going at it. Yeah. So 1939, the quiet fishing village of Provincetown, Massachusetts, which is at the tip of Cape Cod, like
Okay.
just the very tip of like America, basically on this side. It's becomes infested in what I would call like a void entity presence, and just whenever you see like this like incursion of like void energy, it seems like weirdness just like happens all around it too. Like it just like everything just happens at once, basically. So in 1939, in January. What they said, they said quote unquote. So they said in January, a sea monster, quote unquote, washed ashore near Wood End. Okay, newspaper reports from around the country carried the story with this hideous sea beast, which was 35 feet long.
Damn.
All right, and it was also in 1886 the town crier George Washington Reedy reported seeing it. This like some kind of creature out there. Okay. Now, once these reports get to Harvard, the university identifies this as a decomposing shark or something.
Classic.
Okay.
Classic.
They're out here. Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah.
fuck
Anytime
yeah, right?
anytime the university
Yeah.
says it's not the coolest thing.
But the last thing you want to do is give
Doubt
that
it.
sea monster to a scientist. They're
Yeah.
gonna fucking erase
Yeah,
it.
what the fuck?
It's like they're gonna be.
Yeah.
So that's just one little thing. According to a year-end police report that same year, dog bites and stray cats reached an all-time high. Alright, just weirdly, right? Just like a weird, bogus thing. In September, an arsonist appeared on the scene, setting fires around town until police officers arrested 40-year-old Joseph Vieira, who jury convicted of his crimes early in the new year, so pretty much immediately. Okay. Right? I don't know, maybe they just maybe they just arrested some dude. And then they, you know how long like some cases takes, and this took less than like 3 months for him to
this
being
guy wants
arrested
do
to
it.
like just going to jail forever.
Mhm.
I don't know. So just
Sounds like
weird
a
shit was
patsy.
happening. Yeah, this is a very
Sounds
small
like Lee
town too.
Harvey Oswald a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. You know, if we're just looking at this thing like from every weird perspective, basically, just like trying to challenge every part of it, like all this stuff. Yeah, you say like all this stuff is happening in this weird town, like this little town in 1 year in the early 1900s. So this is when, let's see. This is when like an entity starts getting encountered, mostly by children, right? Okay, so it's September 1939 now. World War II is raging, just to set the stage. You're in this small fishing village. First sightings occur near the elementary school at Bradford Street. This is 3 children report being chased by what they described as an impossibly tall figure. Standing about 10 feet tall, entirely black, but with piercing blue like eyes that seem to glow in the darkness.
Yeah.
Right. Usually when we talk about void entities, they get like a yellow or red eyes. So blue is interesting, but then we talk about again like Kugelblitz black holes, this ball lightning stuff. These like plasmic entities. Like blue seems to be their energy of like changing and movement, kind of. So I don't know. That it's looking at just like color patterns as far as in light. That's something I noticed, right?
Yeah.
Initially, these were dismissed as childhood imagination, but within
Classic.
days, more reports emerged. So just like always, I don't know. It's hard, kids come tell you this shit. And it's like, what do you mean, But
Yeah.
then
Terrifying though.
adults
Yeah, I mean, you
began
don't
to
wanna hear
witness
it.
the entity, right? Yeah. Then like other people do. Margaret Santos, a respected local shopkeeper, described watching the figure leap over a 10-foot fence, as if it were stepping over a curb. Right.
Yeah.
This is. I don't know exactly when Spring Heel Jack is happening over in England time area, whatever, that whole like area of the world.
Yeah.
But some of these were correlating this like weird like dark entity just like straight up jumping around. I think Spring Heel's a little more of a guy that comes up and cuts you. But this guy was also doing some damage. Let's see. Local fisherman John Reeves reported seeing it spring. Yeah, he uses the word there. Spring from the ground to a second-story roof in a single bound.
Yeah.
So it's just weird thing just bouncing around like it doesn't care about like
Seems
the
like it's
laws
just
of our
flying.
shit. Right.
Yeah.
That was in September. In October 1939, Officer James Franklin responded to yet another sighting with the when he encountered it himself. Okay. After that, the chief of police, Anthony, formed a special task force. This is what some reports were saying, that they were equipped with riot guns in order to shoot on sight. Okay. Basically the entity was super agile. They could not capture it. It was reported to leap 20 to 30 feet horizontally and scale buildings in seconds. Right. This is a weird fucking thing.
Yeah.
They started calling it the Black Flash, and it was reported being seen in like one location, and like minutes later it would be reported like somewhere across town, just like out of nowhere. Obviously, those two people like didn't know each other were saying this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. November 1939, everybody in the town is like spooked now. Town records show the implementation of a sunset curfew. The armed citizen patrols roamed the streets at this point, and schools had to adjust their schedules to ensure that no children were out after dark. So this is being taken very seriously at this point, right? In only 3 months, right? He did this for essentially 6 years. Okay, he also was like making this just like howling, like laughing noise also.
Oh jeez.
Did everyone move?
Well, I don't know if anybody moved, but somebody did shoot him with a shotgun.
Oh shit.
And then he started making the noise and just leapt over a fence.
Was not effective.
Right? Yeah.
Dang.
So this thing's like pretty much just invincible. Moves like a fucking.
Yeah. He was physically attacked and like confronted. 2 adult men both claimed to have been overpowered by the Black Flash, and he terrorized the town for 7 years. The last reported sighting was December 1945. Right. He stopped after that, and then it was like, is this a hoax? What is this? But if it was a hoax, it was happening for 7 fucking years.
Yeah.
And how do you hoax some of that stuff?
And also, he took a bullet and sprang off.
Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know how you hoax
the
that.
entire police of the force in this small town were like out looking for it. They couldn't find him in 7 years. That's like all my information I have like
What a
noted.
nightmare.
Yeah, that's so weird. That's so weird.
Yeah, it's just reminding me of some other like we talk about like shadow people and like void entities. A lot of like sleep paralysis demons is what it gets
That's
down
like
to.
what it sounded like.
It
The
seems like,
description.
but it seems like it was like
It was just
out.
waking.
Yeah, it seems like it was like Freddy Krueger style, just like out of the dream. Like
Yeah.
maybe I guess like the whole time, I don't know. Like it leads me to believe like maybe the whole time was like, I don't know, like hypnotized isn't the right word, but like previous to that, like maybe something occurred, like like some either natural phenomenon or like some like weird dude in like a cart like rolled through town and like gave everybody a potion and they all started like I don't know like what it looks like really,
Some
but
sort of what is it? Ergot or something.
yeah,
Like a
just,
certain like
just
mold
go
that
nuts
grows
with
on
it.
stuff. That can
Like
just
yeah,
make
you
it
can
trip.
look at even that Salem witch. Well, not that. Even like they say like. Dude, even that is being like disproven like to some extent. Yeah, dude.
Nah,
'Cause,
they're
like
just
the conditions that like they just wouldn't like sustain like that kind of I don't know like
That everyone's hallucinating the same thing too is
That's weird.
we've all hallucinated at the same time and not been.
Yeah, no,
we've
we've
never
just seen
We
it.
are very in sync. Also, it's like a friend.
Also, like
we're just,
hallucinating, you don't
in a
like
yeah.
see stuff like that when you're hallucinating. You don't see like straight up like a ghost.
Yeah,
you know,
like
it's like it's different. Like you can like tell it's
tangible
different.
figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we get maybe if you like don't
We'll
know
do a
that's
whole
what's
thing
happening.
like debunking some of
I
that
don't
stuff
know.
because there is I've seen some like reports just totally like disproving a lot of that shit, which just leads it back to like, you know,
So
some
there
actual,
were
like,
witches
witchcraft.
then.
It was a lot of like yeah, like, cause like Tituba like taught all this like voodoo craft to these like Christian chicks who did not know how to use it basically, and like it just gets messed up from there. Like it's like how like I don't even want to do an episode on like Santa Maria type stuff because all that like you have this like I believe it's called like an ongongong or something. This like giant like your witch's pot basically that's like you can fit multiple like bodies into because you're supposed to like sacrifice to it. There's like and like I know that magic works. So that magic like does work. Do that like that'll like affect like the natural. That'll like affect like the world around you basically. But like doing it without like generations behind you like telling you how it all works. That's what messed it up. Like that's like with the witchcraft stuff. Like whatever like part of it is true. Like it's if they're using this like basically voodoo magic with like Christian undertones like. Without like I mean voodoo already has all that, but it was like they were just using it in the weirdest way if they were able to use it at all, like given this power.
Cursing yourself.
Yeah, right. And then you can like and some of it probably was like psychoactive stuff, but that just doesn't like with any town there's have you heard of I don't know what the actual phenomenon is called, but there was like multiple times in history where full towns of people have just started like dancing for like days and days and days.
Yep.
Like falling over. There is this like there's like again I don't know if hypnosis. This is like this group think thing that happens where you just like I don't know if you like just become like a hive mind type situation and just all lock in or if like you're all being like cursed by something. There's something to that like like area like local areas of like extreme like magic happening. Like what is that all sprout from? I wonder if that going back to the Saturn episode if that all happens during like Saturn worship episode if that all happens during one of those like Saturn gates opening.
Yeah, probably, man.
You know, like if we're talking about like deeper like underlying magical systems in our actual reality, like I feel like if the Saturn matrix is a construct that we're actually living in, like I don't know, some of these magical incantations are just like real, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. So
probably.
So there's like looking at like local affected areas. Like there are all kinds of these things. People like mass hysteria is one thing, but there's something else to it when it's.
I mean, mass hysteria is also like one thing. You know what I mean? It's like you can call it mass hysteria, but it's like okay, but like it's like still like affecting a whole group of people. Like there's something happening.
Yeah. Even the thing where it's like. Even like twins feeling effect. There's I forget there's like a French term for when like twins are like murderers together basically because they're just feeling the same thing at the same time. There is some sort of group think that can happen and like
it's deep when it happens to like it's interesting what happens to like an entire town though.
What does that mean?
It's like related and like
like
did the town do something? Is it on some land that like is
Well, that's also we're looking at
is there like someone in that town that was like doing some weird shit and it just like
it's like there's probably a wizard that fucking messed shit up, right? But also you're right, like you're looking at this land that's obviously ancient. We've talked so many times about how all of America and the world is just soaked in blood and like anything you do is like overlaying many other rituals that happened before it and you're constantly battling these like other psychic tattoos that have been laid out by like previous like cult activity basically. Even like like looking like up in that main area, there must have been some like Native American groups that were like definitely like doing stuff for thousands of years there.
Because that area was like earlier even than like what America is. Like that was like that Nova Scotia, Maine area was like people had been there for Vikings had been there.
Yeah.
People have been going to that area
forever,
for
right?
There must
like
be some
dropping different bits of culture there.
Some deep trauma.
Shit
some deep trauma in the land there.
And when we talk about like we focus a lot on like we end up in the Midwest a lot, I think, talking about like different like cryptids and like we talk a lot about like the magic just like of like this like ancient cultures basically and like never to like exoticize anyone like culture or whatever because it's all world is like humans, but like it is some of these older traumas using like basically information that we don't have anymore, like rituals that we don't have. These things they're ancient to us, but they're much closer to the way more ancient societies that I like believe were there that would have been able to pass the information down and like funnel it through them. Then it's like they get eradicated, then like we do lose it at that point. But it's like they have possibly some sort of like magic systems at play where they have things watching the land. Like we talk about Wendigos, we had a whole thing on flying at like floating heads. How that like is all around all cultures, like as if like a magic system is like overlaid on top of us, no matter what culture like lens you're seeing it through.
There's gonna be something you're gonna like witness something like that.
So
Like,
I don't
no
know.
matter
Yeah,
what.
it could be. Maybe it was just some like ancient entity, like just breaking through and like jumping around, like some sort of like some ancient force. Like
Just fucking around.
Mischievous.
yeah,
Causing
Getting
I
havoc.
don't know how everybody sees it unless like you just somehow can
Yeah,
like
that's like
it's like yeah, like group manifestation, I guess, at some point, if
Yeah.
that's what it is, or it's just manifesting on its own and everybody's just actually seeing it. Like maybe it's just
Yeah.
100% corporeal, and you're just like it's just a part of the fabric of what you're seeing when you see things.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like that's like I think like it's like a lot of what like UFO things are too. Like you're just seeing something. You don't really know what it is, but like other people are also seeing like the similar same thing. You like even if you like don't talk about it, it's like there's people that have like seen that before.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many different like stories of like even like Bigfoot and stuff too. It's like maybe like these things are just like part of like human like psyche kind of a thing where like if you're in like the right conditions or like the right timing or something, and like these things just like pop out.
It just you like are able to
Especially,
see it
like,
through that.
Those like high energy centers, like
Mhm.
that like East Coast area, that like
like
northern
ley line
East Coast.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, or like yeah, just anywhere. Like yeah, the ley lines meet up and like. But there's like different triangles, like because there's like like an Alaska triangle. There's like the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
Like
We
there's,
said
like,
we
a
wanted
Lake
to do a nice
Superior
episode
one,
on
too.
that,
Yeah,
'cause it
there's
is-
like
there's these,
triangle
Like
energy
vortexes
centers.
that
Yeah.
seem to cross through the Earth. Just like, yeah, it's even like you look at this basically vortex thing on Saturn. It's like this
Yeah,
storm
like,
above
is
it.
that
Like
the
it
same-
seems like we have, if anything, like maybe there is every planetary body might just have these certain like magical associations that are just kind of like either granted to it
Driving
or
and
just moving it
dictating.
that way.
Yeah.
I guess the black flash is just a tiny piece of that.
That's
Using
strange.
that system.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was just a really bizarre. That's all I got on it. Really, I just wanted to talk about it. I wanted to fold it into our like possible sleep paralysis monsters that we talk
Yeah,
about.
I mean that's
He fits right there with it. He seems fast. He seems like
Do
the
you guys
fast
have-
one.
Do you guys have sleep paralysis?
I have.
Yeah, we.
I haven't actually. I've been like it like started kind of coming back a little bit.
Yeah.
Not like fully because I can kind of like break myself out of it. But when I was in Greece, I had sleep paralysis for a sec. Because I was staying in this really weird room.
Oh,
I like
that haunted
told you it was
bar?
haunted for sure. It was like a bar,
Yeah.
but it had like a bed in the corner,
Mhm.
and then it was like closed down. So there's like one light hanging from the ceiling, and then like a little lamp by the bed,
Yeah.
and then these like pillars that go all the way like along it. There's like a kind of a long little space, like it just seemed really fucking haunted, and yeah, I got sleep paralysis. I like didn't like see anything, but I was like laying there and I like could hear it like whispering.
Yeah.
It's like whispering shit.
Yeah.
I like couldn't understand it.
Dude. Yeah, you're in such an old part of the world there too. Then.
Oh yeah, like right behind that building, there was like, it was like would be another like lot for a building, but it was like just excavation. It's like just like digging up some shit. It looked
Yeah.
like fucking tombs almost.
Just
Like
fucking with some old.
it looked like
yeah.
it looked like a whole
Oh,
like a
yeah,
grave
there's definitely
basically. It
nothing
just looked
there.
like graves.
There was something there. Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, dude.
They're digging into something. Huh.
yeah, fuck, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
She was freaky.
Yeah, I haven't had. We like dig into our dreams quite a bit, like weird like sleep stuff. I've been having insane like sleep. I've been like passing a lot of time in my sleep, like in all my dreams. It feels like months go by now, and like I'll like wake up
Damn.
and it's just very disorienting.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just as of late, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We've had whole conversations about like the war is raging and like on this like dreamscape
Oh,
that
yeah,
we seem
man.
to like feel sometimes, right?
Spiritual wars are happening. I'm on the front
Right.
lines in my dreams. I
Again,
swear.
like that. That's why we're like, yeah, maybe there is like the ending of like an age or something new is happening. Because yeah, at least on that level, maybe it's just like going insane, but like there is
Yeah.
something to like.
Yeah, there's something to that.
I don't know. I'll go into work and I'll be like, how was like I'll ask people how their sleep was and stuff. And that's like
Oh,
they
yeah.
all like felt something weird that night. It's like
Yeah,
what?
dang.
Something's in the
You
air.
like hear it,
here.
I swear, dude. There's
Yeah.
like days where I'm like, yo, I got crazy sleep. Someone's like, oh, me too. Like my dreams were nuts. Like
Yeah, for sure.
everyone's having these like
It's
wild
like everybody
dreams.
in our
and-
it's like I guess everybody in our like little location then like
Yeah,
felt the thing like.
Mm-hmm.
I that
There's
that,
something
that
to
I
it.
can't imagine that the entire world had bad sleep. It's like almost just some people in our like in our
a
pocket,
group.
yeah. Which is like maybe like a small example of
Absolutely.
if it was that like if it wasn't just
All
like
experiencing the same
Yeah.
phenomena.
Like there's
I
an
guess that's
energy
probably
that like
happening.
a vibration energy that like
Mhm.
comes through certain areas.
well for the one
like,
where
moves
everybody's
through.
dancing until they literally drop. I can't.
That's so
that
bizarre.
one
dude.
seems like
Yeah, that's,
I just feel like I have control enough of my body to like not.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I've been at parties where everybody's dancing and like not for whatever, or like
Yeah, yeah. But you
walk
can
to
like
go to the
you
bathroom
can
at
always
least.
stop.
Yeah, yeah.
It's harder to start dancing. That's like
Yeah.
what?
Well, for like days and days too, it's like no like ergot is gonna make you like
No.
if you're just like dancing and like not eating then
That
too
would,
for
like,
days and
yeah.
days, like it's gonna leave your system, whatever the drug
Super
was
insane
pass
like
out.
doses of like LSD isn't gonna
Mm.
make you do that, or MDMA. You're not gonna be just
Yeah,
dancing
right.
for like. That's like beyond. That's like that has to be like a supernatural thing.
And with the Black Flash though, like 7 years, like
So long.
Yeah, that's
like, that's a
incredible.
pretty
It was just
long
happening.
pocket to like just stand out. Like like not getting sleep is one thing, but like
It was
for a
easier to, like-
7-year gap.
It was easier to see those things back then too. Like even
Oh,
like,
yeah.
even further back, but like this is kind of like in the intersection of like they
Yeah.
still had radio waves, but there wasn't like TV or
Yeah,
internet to distract you. But there was still like news to
Yeah.
like document
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Because like before it was
news,
super easy.
yeah.
It was super easy to like see these kind of things and
Yeah.
experience these things. But
We
there
have so
wasn't,
much
like,
psychic trauma,
news.
right?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
actually I forgot to
Could,
bring
like,
it up in the
report it
Saturn
over
Yeah,
the
they
episode.
radio.
report it
so,
like
yeah.
as real. It's
I forgot to
fact.
bring it up in the Saturn episode, but they like mapping out like the like all the different waves around our Earth, like
Oh,
makes,
yeah.
makes, like all these like specific hue patterns and
Oh,
stuff.
wow.
Like we're
Yeah.
all like
Yep.
like it's all like we're just trapped. Like how like the cell towers are all arranged and stuff. It just makes these
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
cubes around all of us at all times. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean if that's,
That's
like the
like,
case,
yeah.
yeah, if, like that's what's again like
The
funneling out of us.
5G,
Like,
dude.
Yep.
yeah.
It's like a 5G, dude.
I mean,
There's something
basically,
to
like,
it, man. I
I
swear
mean,
to
that's
God,
like
dude.
that's like kind of a buzzwordy name for like whatever thing it would be, and like it's connected to weird stuff. But like the idea of like way before 5G
Like,
came out, I mean, the
radio
idea of
waves.
just stuff
Yeah,
affecting
radio
Yeah,
you.
waves.
radio
like,
waves themselves,
doesn't
like
have to be the newest
microwaves,
term
like
for it. It's just
Yeah.
Wi-Fi waves, like that shit. It's gonna do something, dude.
yeah, it
Maybe,
just
you know,
affects you.
it's the same as like why like astrology is kind of like somewhat valid to me. Is like the gravitational pull of all these planets
That's a real
and shit. Like there's like
figure to
it's
factor in,
affecting
yeah, so
things
it's-
at that small level at least.
Yeah,
and
that
it's like,
quantum level where things are all
Yeah.
like string theory.
And
is
if you,
the
like,
thing,
you
and
know-
I think every atom is
Yeah.
connected to these different like
it's like a butterfly
points
effect,
around. Yeah,
where like it's gonna be like
Jesus.
whatever small amount of
Yeah,
force
cat
that has,
time.
it can send things in like a totally different direction.
Yeah.
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 Like
hmm
I don't know.
I
It's definitely
agree with
that's
that.
like what I don't know, tying
Maybe-
it all together.
Yeah.
Maybe
I-
we don't even know how we're supposed to feel because we've been
No, yeah,
there's just been
exactly.
radio waves for generations.
it's
upon
supposed to be
generations
shape-shifting right
and-
now.
We probably
Yeah,
we
exactly.
probably
Yeah,
know
right, yeah,
we
exactly.
probably have no idea what like a real human is supposed to feel like.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just from
There's
like
no way.
and then like external like stimuli and stuff, like you're getting so many like since
Mm-hmm.
we were born we were getting like movies, TV, phone calls, like
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah, all this stuff.
getting
in the
pictures
past, like,
taken of us,
Just
like
fried.
Well, we always say like up until like 40 years
Electromagnetic
ago,
waves,
we
like,
all like humanity like knew witches and fucking werewolves and
Yeah,
vampires
yeah.
were real,
Yeah.
yeah,
just
they
knew
were
they
just
were
a
real.
normal thing.
and now like at one point they were just like no.
No,
It's like first off,
actually we're
yes,
smarter
and
now.
second
and
off,
they're
that's
not
creating
real.
so much psychic trauma in the human psyche,
Yeah.
like in the human experience that like we can't. It's blocking us up completely. It's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
blocking the third eye completely. Like
That's
That
yeah.
it's totally
It all like
contradicting
lines
thoughts,
together
like,
too. Like when like electricity, radio, all these things like that's like
It all happened.
when that's like when all of a
cluster.
sudden like these are just myths and pretend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't exist.
Yeah,
You're
it was like
foolish.
right before all this and right into that, it was like the spiritualist movement, like creating
Yeah.
actual portals in the desert,
Mhm.
like to open shit up, and then it's like immediately like hyper advancement, like deals with the void, fucking like, or I don't know, just like
It's almost
impossible technology. We talk about fuckers
Yeah.
that like people talking too much about like even MRI machines, like the inventors of it just getting totally erased because like it's like
Yeah.
Mhm.
there's like versions of it that could like scan like your thoughts and shit. Like,
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
they just don't want you to. They just couldn't like. They couldn't necessarily like backwards, like do it backwards from alien stuff, or
Yeah.
like maybe they do have it. And,
well, yeah. By
It's
this
just-
point, you don't think they have that by
oh,
now?
they do have it.
Like,
Oh yeah,
come
they
on.
do have it now. They had it then.
Like
too,
they could
so
like
it was-
that's like that.
honestly the person saying that before she
Yeah.
got, I think she like halfway through her sentence she tried to like
Yeah.
mask it by being like we couldn't quite get there,
And
it's
then
like,
she just
you're already
disappeared.
gone.
That's a lady that disappeared, right?
Yeah, that's the chick
Yeah.
that's gone now. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because yeah,
We found we
Without
had a
it,
nice
just
little
nowhere.
list in one episode of people that were just
Never
like
found her.
disappeared. Yeah.
Oh man.
yeah.
That sounds.
Well,
sad.
that's the shit though that reminds me. What is it? There's like a some thing like technology where like it's like voice to skull technology.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
like you can like transmit radio waves right to people's like minds.
Yeah.
That's like MK Ultra shit where like
Well,
you can just like
yeah,
put
we're,
people's like things into people's head and they'll think it's their thought. You know what I mean?
we're kind of making
So
like
then you just-
technology into the new like magic, right? And then like,
Yeah.
but it's just being run by like the wrong force. Like it's all on this
being-
like grimmer side
Yeah.
of things.
I
Right?
mean, I always hope like because we're gonna like obviously people are gonna use it like in a bad way, but I hope there's people out there that just like you're not gonna hear about them because they'll get got by like the bad guys, but like they're like putting good shit out there too. Do you ever just get like a overwhelming sense of like, oh shit's good right now?
Someone's blasting.
I think that someone's giving me some positive energy, you know?
Yeah, like
The good forces are like hitting me.
These Tibetan monks are up to? Are they aligning with the right or the wrong causes?
I don't know, man. I don't know if I agree with them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That was just one like example. I'm just thinking of like some like magical cultures, like again, like doing like what you hear about, like straight up levitating and shit.
There's battles happening on a level we couldn't even.
I'm trying to decide who to fight for.
Dude, you just fight for what's true.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I don't know. Did we got anything else? That was like, that was some Christmas stuff we did in the beginning. That was nice. Get you ready for the holidays. I just wanted to bring in some weird stuff again. Talk too much about like aliens and technology and like overarching theories of the whole reality. I just want to talk about one like little critter.
Yeah.
Kind of just to like bring me back down to earth here.
So flying reindeer. What about that?
Well, yeah, you want to know what that is?
Yeah, what is that?
That is the wild men finding the red and white mushrooms and the deer eating them, and then the wild men would collect the deer's urine.
Yeah.
And they would drink the urine.
They drink the urine.
And they would feel it from that.
You eat that magic yellow snow.
That's the flying reindeer, is these mushroom deer.
They make you
basically.
fly.
Perfect.
Yeah, which
I do. I like
real
that.
That's like what that's some of the stuff I got way deep and all like I didn't bring
shit.
it up, you know. I don't need to be doing fucking deer piss all the time.
Hey man,
nice Christmas episode.
That's what Santa said. Santa's drinking deer piss. All right, that's how he's flying through the night and everything. That's just part of it.
This guy just high on mushrooms, running through the woods, screaming.
That's Santa. Yeah, that's Santa. That's Berlin. That's everybody. That's sacred. Yeah,
just scream laughing through the woods like a
maniac.
Deer piss.
Fucking maniac.
Chasing deers.
Well, that's a better note to leave it on, I think.
Oh yeah. Well, that's
so
cool.
Later on the Christmas starts. Santa running through the woods drinking deer piss.
That's fucking awesome.
Well, sweet. This has been Pumpkin Hill Radio. I am host Travis Wormwood. Got Dawson Trailer over there. Max, special guest right here. Thanks for coming out today again, Max.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Rate Pumpkin Hill Radio 5 stars wherever you can. Send us all your stories, any questions, anything you want us to cover to pumpkinhillradio@gmail.com. Support our Patreon. It's growing every month, every day. Become a member while you can, I guess. The cult's always open, but there's discounts if you get in there early. So patreon.com/pumpkinhillradio. Check out the links everywhere. Just check out the stuff below. We're usually on threads and stuff. We ask questions every now and then. Have some listener replies every now and then. Check out the Etsy, pumpkinhillradio.etsy.com for some pins, prints, and more. Use code SECRET for 25% off, $25 or more. And finally, check out Dubby. Dawson, what code do they use?
Star Mother.
Use code StarMother at checkout for 10% off at dubby.gg. Pumpkin Hill Radio.
Yeah, baby.
Thanks for stopping by. Any last words here?
I love you.
Yeah, the Happy Holidays is coming up, so
peace. We're gonna enjoy this beautiful view we got.
Yeah, we're gonna keep on looking at the snow. I can't wait to open my stocking up.
It's going up now. It's going up.
Keep the fire going.
Yeah. Go in. Yeah. One of y'all has to go into the woods and get the fire wood here.
Sweet.
All right. See you next week.